3 days later, the chief priest went to the palace to see the king immediately he got back from his trip, as requested. He had known what the king wanted to discuss with him, so he demanded to see the king in his chambers. He was allowed in since he was the kingdom's chief priest and he had never made such request before. He knocked and silently entered. King Deja was surprised to see him, as he wasn't aware he had got back from his trip. He sat him down and told him his fears about what the warriors had discussed with him days back. He further asked him if the last sacrifice they offered for the warriors' refortification and purification was truly accepted by the gods. The chief priest sighed and bowed his head in deep thought. He then explained to the king that the gods never accepted the sacrifice as they were not given all they requested for. He said they've spoken to him about the unfaithfulness and maneuvering he did with the king during the sacrifice, and they were very angry at him. He said the trip he embarked on days before then was because the gods were no longer communicating with him. They got pissed and gave him that as his punishment for taking the king's bribe. King Deja was shocked to hear this. He became so perplexed as he didn't know what punishment the gods had in store for him too. He believed the gods could do worse to him, considering he was not the closest person to them and the orchestrator of the whole thing. The chief priest advised the king to stop them from getting involved in any war, as they would all soon start struggling with their lives. The substance they took was still in them, and would in no time wipe out the 2/3 of warriors that still had it in them. He suggested he told them himself, seeing that they always believed every word that came out of the chief priest's mouth. He wanted to tell them as if it were the gods who instructed him to pass the message to them, but King Deja said no. He was afraid the news of Umwarant's warrior being weak would fly out to the neighboring village again, and they would use that against him and his people. He also didn't want the villagers to start thinking he wasn't fit enough to become king, saying that he'd been battling with the same problem for 2 months. He then concluded he would allow them go to war against the Egata people, but he wouldn't follow them. He also had it in mind to announce the recruit of new warriors, so that the strong men who would want to benefit from the war proceeds would join the kingdom warriors. This was what he said. He said running the affairs of the kingdom few months to that time had taken a toll